Hello everyone, welcome to a DSP video. This one I just want to do because this whole thing with Major Riot was quite a riot. So, anyways, let's get on with it.
7 years of the Attitude Era, I miss. I never watched this. I didn't have, no shirts, nothing like that.
Sorry, my eyes like really bothering me.
That's right, Major Riot. Now is the time you would normally do a 100-bit cheer about Chef Boyarde, but you can't anymore. But you know what you can do? You could tip me $1. Yes, you can. There's no excuse why. You should stop having crazy phobias about PayPal, and you could tip the $1 and make your joke about Chef Boyardee, and I'd still enjoy it. Yeah.
I just love that DSP just assumes Major Riot's situation that he can tip. How does he know this? How does he know Major Riot can tip? Major Riot could be a literal Derek and not be able to tip. He might only be able to cheer because he could have just grinded those cheers out by watching ads, or he could just be getting gift cards for it, whatever. I mean, again, it's like, how does DSP know Major Riot's situation that he knows he can tip? Like, and then to say that it's like a crazy phobia and all this stuff is an excuse and all this stuff is kind of shitty too. It's like, and then like, why can't he enjoy the Chef Boyardee memes for free? Why did he have to tell us, I'd still enjoy it if you tip me? Like, come on.
Yes. Either that or the meme's gonna die. You understand that, right? You were the one who was...
That or the meme will die. This is like a fucking hostage negotiation. You tip me or the meme will die. Do you want to see the meme live or do you want to... if you do, you better tip me.
Single-handedly upholding the Chef Boyardee meme on these streams. And now, it will end. Do you want that to happen?
Do you want that to happen? Like, holy shit, dude. Imagine if anyone fucking... The way he talks to Major Riot throughout this whole video that we're going to be watching, I just wonder, how would anyone act as if this was any other streamer? Because, like, when... Even with DSP, like, fucking kept dogging on Bad Bunny for the Twitch subs are $5 shit non-stop. Like, all the time. But then he does this. And it's like, he can't really complain about these other Twitch streamers if this is how he's talking to Major Riot. Like, you'll see, as you go through this, he has this bizarre hard-on to get Major Riot to tip. It's so weird. We have all these other people who used to cheer every day that he's not this thirsty for them to convert, but he wants Major Riot to tip. It's so weird. I don't know why. I don't know why he's so thirsty for Major Riot to tip him. Specifically Major Riot. I don't get it. It's so weird. Okay. Like, he's so fixated on it.
Jack Lee says, let's just let the stupid shit die. I mean, that would kind of suck considering that I'm going to do a Chef Boyardee. DSP tries it during the next...
And now there's... Jack Lee's saying, let the meme die. Dude, the meme can continue without money being exchanged. Oh my god.
Hello, Toilet Dolphin. How are you?
Hello, Toilet Dolphin.
Listen to this. I cannot...
And then he does the mocking, let's laugh at him. Listen to this! Like, holy shit, dude. And he wants to tell us that he's a positive streamer. He's so positive, but listen to this. Listen to what this guy said.
Tip you too many hoops to jump through. Too many hoops to jump through to create a PayPal account and put your bank account in there and send a tip. It's like 2 seconds.
Now, during the Cyberpunk playthrough, there were moments where he said, yeah, Dave, you have to verify your account. It might take a few days for it to be verified, but once it's verified, it's good to go, man. And then he was surprised when someone did it very quickly. But the other thing is that to do all this over tipping, you have to either log in or sign up for a PayPal account, connect either a credit card or a bank account to your PayPal account. Then you have to log into Twitch to watch the streams or whatever. Then you have to go into Stream Elements, type in the amount you want to tip, type in the name, type in the message, then log in again to your PayPal, and then it will go through. that's a little bit more steps to send you a tip.
Okay.
Okay. Too many hoops to jump through.
It probably took more time to set up the cheers.
How does that make any sense? You're using a site built-in feature versus you going to Stream Elements. You go to a different website completely to do the other thing. Well, the other thing you can do it in the stream chat. I think there's even a keyboard command for it. A chat command.
I missed! I fucking missed! Yeah, I had him!
I don't think there's anything else here.
I can't believe I missed it.
Losing B.
Well, we're close to the other quote that I want to go through. So I'll just speed ahead.
Oh, I went to fire! I couldn't fire! I had it lined up and everything. I seriously had it lined up and everything, and I couldn't get it. Your mid-crate, there is no doxing involved. There is seriously no doxing involved in what you're saying.
No
like,
doxing.
You're so misinformed. You think that you dox yourself when you make a PayPal account like that. Like, you don't know what you're talking about, man. That was really bad. I didn't mean to fire at all. I'm sucking. 0-3. Terrible.
Okay, now I thought there was something else, but the no doxing. I mean, depending on how you look at it, because some people might consider an email enough information to be doxing. I mean, it is technically doxing, but you know, some people might not even be comfortable by giving away their email. It's you know. Okay, next point is 3532. So close. There we go. Oh, like my shoulder's like really sore. Ugh. It's kind of distracting me a little bit.
Yeah, Major Ray, I really don't know what to tell you. If you're that, like if you're actually that paranoid and afraid of PayPal, you should probably seek help. I mean it. If you think that you putting your personal
tells
information
him to seek help
to send a tip to
oh
someone
my god
completely is going to give away all your personal information and basically ruin your life, I think you need help. I'm just being honest here.
Ruin your life and all this stuff. This coming from the guy who can't take pictures of the TV of shows he's watching for Instagram anymore. He can't take pictures of Jasper. He can't do house tours anymore. He can't do anything because the trolls are gonna find stuff out. He can't take pictures anymore on his day off. He can't talk on Twitter anymore because the trolls, all this stuff. That dude is mocking Major Riot for being concerned about his personal information. Like, that is so insane. It is so funny to me that this dude spent days and days and days bragging about how he separates his personal life with his business life and how he keeps stuff behind the scenes and he doesn't share any more personal information anymore, is mocking a guy for wanting to keep his personal information personal. And he's just mocking him. Because, dude, he doesn't consider an email personal information. He doesn't consider email personal information. I mean, email is pretty personal. I mean, it's a form of communication. And you can get important emails through email. And he's mocking Major Riot for wanting to be careful of how much personal information he gives out. And he's telling that he needs help and all this stuff. Like, holy shit, dude.
I'm just being very honest here. If that's really what you believe, if you're that much of conspiracy theories and shit, I don't think you're above help. I mean, what else can you do? I don't know what to tell you, dude.
I don't know what else to tell you. And it's also coming from the dude who spent every pre-stream having segments. How long do these segments even run? There's so many segments that run so long of him telling his viewers, "Will you tip me? Be sure you don't use your Twitch name, because if you tip me, then the trolls will harass you. They'll go after you. They'll make your life a living hell, man, and you don't want that. So when you tip me, use a different name." So he tells them that. And then here he's telling Major Riot, "Oh, if you want the Chef Boyardee meme to continue, tip me $1. So you want Major Riot, right, to tip him money, and then even if he has a different username, but continues the Chef Boyardee meme, the trolls will just figure it out and say, "Oh, it's Major Riot. He's tipping. Get him." Like, this dude spends so much time hyping up the trolls as if there's some maniacal evil entity. It's like in Persona 3, where they all talk about how Nyx is coming because everyone wishes upon Nyx. Pretty much. They want death to come, and they whatever. It's like, that's the trolls. Nyx is the trolls, and it's like, guys, be careful. All this stuff. He builds up the trolls as it's Nyx, and then when someone's like, "Whoa, man, you're right. I don't want that to happen," he's like, "What the fuck, man? You need to seek help. You need to get on the program, dude. You should tip me." He spent so much time telling his chat how much the trolls will make their lives a living hell if they associate their tip account with their Twitch account. And then when Major Riot's like, "I agree," he's shitting on him and telling that he needs to seek help. Oh my god.
I don't know how many times I could tell you, how does it make logical sense that you feel PayPal will give away your personal information when they can be sued into oblivion if they did that? PayPal would overnight go out of business. They would lose lawsuit after lawsuit if people's personal information was divulged by PayPal. So, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about or why you would believe that.
Again, I mean, he could consider his email personal information.
I don't know what the hell's going through your mind. Okay.
What the hell, man?
So the last shout out I had done was for Jackalese. So I have to find that one. I think this.
Alright, last shout out was Jackalese, baby. Next timestamp is 1:15:19. There we go.
He's just trying to pretend he's Major Riot. He says, I bet you'd like me to double stuff your pasta shapes, wink wink. Basically, he's trying to say this is the silly stuff that Major Riot used to say.
I don't think Major Riot made any sexual posts about Chef Boyardee, if memory serves, but okay.
Actually, no, listen. I appreciate...
Listen, here's the thing.
Major Riot's silly meme that he did with Chef Boyardee. I actually thought it was funny. But
he actually thought it was funny. Up until he couldn't get money from it, then it stopped being funny and was on the chopping block. Like, if he liked the meme so much, then why was he so willing to have the meme die because he wasn't tipping him? Like, think about that. I love the meme, but if you don't tip me, the meme will die. Like, that's paramount of, like, let's say I'm playing, like, Persona 3 again. I'm playing that great game, and I'm saying, I love this game, but man, I don't want to play this game anymore. I don't think I'll ever play it ever again. I love the meme, but I mean, if I'm not getting paid for this meme, I don't think I'm gonna like it.
But I also think it's absolutely ridiculous. The guy is actually so paranoid about PayPal. Like, oh my god, if I use PayPal, I'm gonna get doxxed. It's like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? I only stressed to you guys for months and months that if you tip me, you might get attacked by the trolls. And now that you actually heeded my warnings, what the fuck, man?
Yes, a major corporation that could be sued for ridiculous amounts of money is going to dox you. I just don't know.
Like, all of this, and I just love that he pretty much gave Major Riot a eulogy. For out of nowhere, like, Major White was still in chat at this point. He wasn't banned. He was just chilling, and DSC is pretty much giving him a eulogy. Like, just listen to it.
Downloading. Stuff your pasta shapes, wink wink. Basically, he's trying to say this is the silly stuff that Major Riot used to say. Actually, no. Listen. I appreciated Major Riot's silly meme that he did with Chef Boyarde. I actually thought it was funny, but I also think it's absolutely ridiculous. The guy is actually so paranoid.
Like this is shit you think he does behind the scenes. Like this is the way he's talking about Major Riot. It's like what you'd expect him to talk with Kat about. Like this is stuff you don't say on stream. You don't talk about your viewers in front of their face. He's talking behind Chef. Oh my god, I almost called him Chef Boyardee again. Major Riot's back in front of him. Like this is stuff like I could see him do with Kat. He's in the living room and he's like, "Oh my god, Kat, can you believe that? Like, okay, get this. This guy named Get Banned, he tipped me, right? And he said that Swaggin's banned him. What an idiot, right? And Swaggon said it wasn't him. My chat is so stupid sometimes. Sometimes I go to stream, it's like it gives me migraines, man. Do you think? I wonder if he does that shit. I wonder if he just tells Kat that like his chat's a bunch of idiots. Because the way he talks about them, it sounds like he thinks that way. I mean, he had to explain to his chat how websites worked. Like the little like banners at the bottom of on his Twitch channel, he had to explain how to click on those. And it's like he has to explain so much, and recently he has to explain how Patreon works. Patreon has existed for years and years and years, and so many people use it. And he has to talk to them as if they're cavemen. What is Patreon? Like, okay.
PayPal. Like, oh my god, if I use PayPal, I'm gonna get doxxed. It's like, what are you talking about? Yes, a major corporation that could be sued for ridiculous amounts of money is going to dox you. I just don't understand it. It's like I said, when you use PayPal, the only information that gets given away is the information.
It's really like he's doing all this stuff to hope that Major Riot snaps so he could ban him. At this point, it's like this guy isn't wanting to tip me, so I'm just gonna ban him. Like I am curious as to how he has been chatting since he can't cheer anymore, because part of me wonders if he has been chatting like sneaky jokes about him not being able to cheer. I just wonder if it was stuff like that was like, kind of getting to Phil, because all this stuff just sounds like he's just, because he's singled Major Riot out specifically, and it's like it's either DSP knows about Major Riot that we don't know, or he's been like saying like some like trolling things that DSP wants to get rid of him.
You want to be given away. The email address you link to that PayPal, whatever name you put on the PayPal account, you choose that. Like, all of this is like so, it's commonplace. Everyone knows this commonplace info. It's not a big deal. I don't know why people are believing this conspiracy theory shit.
I like how it says that everyone's believing this conspiracy theory bull. Sorry about that. This conspiracy theory bullshit when it's only a portion of his chat, if even less than that. Again, he kind of focuses on these small percentages of his chatters that don't want to tip him because of their concern of being doxxed or whatever. He focuses on that minority and thinking that it's gonna balloon and balloon, but he has no faith in his own chat that they can decide for themselves that, you know what, this guy says that I might get doxxed, but you know what, I trust Phil in good faith. I don't think he's gonna do anything with my information, and I trust him, and I think he's telling the truth. I think these other people are lying, and so I will tip him. Like, he has no faith in his own viewers that they would trust him over his entire chat. He gets so concerned about these things, and it's ridiculous. Like, at some point, he has to realize that the way he handles his chat is kind of shitty, and it has been proven time and time again. He views his viewers as brain dead idiots and people who are gullible all the time. He doesn't have a single inch of faith that his audience can make their own decisions. So he has to urge them that you won't get doxxed, even though, like, you could argue that makes it seem more sketchy that the dude who's relying only on tipping is like urging people to tip him and steamrolling all of these people and focusing on one dude in particular as an example.
Alright, fuck this.
Alright, I think that's it for this part. But he says like, oh, all this stuff is like easily changed, all this stuff. I don't think PayPal allows you to change your name. Maybe like I think for a business account, it lets you like change some things, but as far as like as a consumer side of things, or in general with PayPal, they don't let you change your name. I don't think they do. I think that's against their TOS. So, all right, next bit is 134.41. I think this is the epic Major Right finale. I'm gonna go a little bit back. I want to get the full lead up.
I knew he was there, but I couldn't get a shot. I knew he was fucking there. Okay. Alright. Major Right, goodbye. I've had
I love that alright. When you hear that alright, you know something's going down. Alright! Oh shit, something's happening. It's the same alright all the time. It's either alright, or okay, or whatever. It's like the same tone.
I knew he was fucking there. Okay. Alright. Major Right, goodbye. I've had enough of you. I'm seriously had enough of your shit. Get him out of here. I'm tired.
Get him out of
I'm
here.
trying to play a game and he's in here fucking talking shit again. Enough of this dude. Get the fuck out. I can't concentrate on a fucking game with an idiot fucking talking nonsense in my chat. I can't do it. Get the fuck out. Jesus, man.
Get the fuck out.
Conspiracy theorists and nut jobs. I had enough of you.
Conspiracy theorists and nut jobs. I had enough of you. Dude, like... You spent the whole stream shitting on this dude. What do you think was gonna happen? Like, he's spending all this time debating him about what PayPal sees, and then Major Right claims that he has talked to a PayPal representative, pretty much, and they said that they get all this information. Now, I do think to a point, it's kind of a meme, because this stream, my time was like 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, no, it's 10 o'clock. While, you know, in DSP's time, it's like, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, whatever the fuck. So debatably, like, maybe, you know, obviously maybe no one's at the PayPal offices at that time, whatever. But either way, it's kind of stupid to be angry and surprised that someone, like, kept going on and on when you spent, like, on 4 different occasions shitting on this dude. Like, if you go back to the beginning of all this, and if all DSP said was, yeah, man, it sucks that, oh my god, excuse me, that you can't cheer, and you don't want to tip, I do need tips, but hey, man, I get it, it is what it is, or whatever. I wonder if all of this wouldn't have happened, but instead, DSP took all this time just singling Major Riot out. It's so weird. As I said before, it's like this dude had a bizarre, like, thirst to get Major Riot to tip. Like, he was dedicated to and fixated on getting this dude to tip. Him specifically, because as I said, no one else was he this dedicated to get them to tip other than Major Riot. He wanted Major Riot to tip specifically.
Gee, I wonder why I couldn't concentrate. We lost. I wonder why. There.
Alright, what is next on the list? Oh, this would be a good bonus. 136.44.
Yeah, exactly. Jay Bullish, too bad you can't put it in sub-only mode. It is what it is.
Too bad he can't put it in sub-only mode. It is what it is. This dude has never put it in sub-only mode. He didn't even put it in sub-only mode when Cat was on stream. He bragged about how he would never do that. And now it's like, yeah, he's acting as if he would if he could. This dude never did sub-only mode, even when like there were many cases of the same shit happening. But okay.
Yes.
It is what it is, I guess. Alright. Next bit is 142.58. And then we'll go on to the final video or so. If we have time, I might watch the conspiracy theory pre-stream. If I feel like it. But we'll see.
From first to last, Uzi Gold Chain to me $5 saying I'll have the support of Derek and King Kozatovs. Say so. Thank you for the tip. Your main crate, that's up to you guys. It's up to you guys if you want to see the Chef Boyarde DSP tries it or not. Some people already were cringing at it when I was going to do it. Other people really wanted to see it, so it's up to you.
Now the Chef Boyardee is getting canceled. This dude should have just stolen the meme. If everyone loved that meme so much and all this stuff was a great community positive meme, then he should just keep it up. It's so weird how he's so fixated on this dude. Like, he was so fixated on him tipping, he was fixated on the Chef Boyardee meme to the point where he did a shouts out for it in the fucking vlog where he announced that he was getting departnered. Like, it's so bizarre. This whole thing with Chef Boyardee and DSP and Major White is the most bizarre relationship I have seen. And it's bizarre in the sense that, like, it wasn't like Major White was a tut or a OIC kind of guy. While OIC has like been dunking like money loads on him for months and months and months and years and shit, but whatever. Like, it's so ridiculous how he was so thirsty for Major White to tip. It's so weird. But I think that's it for this. So let's move on to this pre-stream that happened during Replicant.
So I have to clarify a very major plot point.
Plot point.
All right.
You're gonna clarify a plot point, guys.
Of this misinformation. I've had enough of these conspiracy theories, and I've had enough of people literally making stuff up. Because at this point now, it's going to actually hurt my livelihood and my business. So I have to dispel these crazy conspiracy rumors. All right, ladies and gentlemen, when you tip someone via PayPal, you do not dox yourself. All right. Allow me to give you the lowdown on what exactly happens when you tip someone with PayPal, all right? When you tip someone with PayPal, the person who receives the tip will see some very basic data, including the following. Whatever username you have chosen to have as the revealed username on PayPal. Now, I've seen people have their real life name. I've seen people have a name that obviously is an online code word or
oh, this is good to hear that you get to see people's real life name.
Like, for example, I'm not even kidding. That tip I just got, it said nine-tailed strategist. Okay? So sometimes you'll see a name like that. Sometimes you'll see a name that's associated with the PayPal account, all right, from behind the scenes, but you guys won't see that name publicly on the stream. It depends on how the user sets up their PayPal account. It has nothing to do with me. It's how the user sets up the PayPal account. Okay? There are many ways that you can actually make it so that you don't see personal information on there. Yes, it's very true that if you just rush through making a PayPal account, okay, and you put in your basic info, yeah, very likely your real name may be in there. Okay? But you can change it. Once you create the PayPal account, you have the ability to change that information.
As I said, I don't think PayPal allows you to change your name. I don't think they do, but
it's under the control of the user of that PayPal account what a person can and cannot see. All right? So basically, I see whatever name you want me to see when you tip me. That's number one. Number two, there is an email address associated with the PayPal account. Yes, I see the email address associated with the PayPal account. That's actually necessary, because if that didn't have that, how on earth would someone be able to block that account? Like, for example, let's say there's a malicious tipper who's tipping a bunch of dollar tips and insulting me and my family and stuff. You need to be able to block them. If there was no email address associated with the PayPal account, right, how on earth would you be able to block them? You wouldn't be able to. Okay? Now, that email address could be anything because, again, the person who's tipping you makes that email address and links it to the PayPal account when they make the PayPal account. So that's nothing, you know what I mean? That's nothing special. That's nothing personal or anything like that. It's just an email address. You could literally make up an email address, a new one, just to have a burner account to use PayPal. You don't have to have that email address be anything else but a burner account that you only...
Make a burner account. I'm sure PayPal loves it when people make burner accounts on their website. I'm sure it's not against TOS. By the way, I will link Anleet's video, because I think he shows what the streamer sees and what the tipper sees in regards to tipping, all this stuff. And this is the thing that DSP needs to learn, one way or the other, is that he has to nurture at least some good faith with his community, and I don't think he has it, because if you think about it, if you go to this not the swatting video, the copyright strikes video that Be Awesome one did, he literally said, like, I got your IP, I got your address, you fucked up. That video was in regards to, you guessed it, his forums, the King of Hate forums, and that logs IPs. And DSP spent all this time saying, oh, I wouldn't do anything with your address and all this stuff. I'm just a streamer, man. But he openly, like, threatened Be Awesome One for no reason. And then, during the Milligan Online session, he was like, oh, Be Awesome One, you know, what if I take a trip across the pond? And it's like, holy shit, dude. And those are vids on his channel. And he's sitting there, like, telling people, well, guys, you can trust me with this information. You can change all this stuff, man. I just see your email. I might see your full name if you have it set up that way. Otherwise, make a burner account. Like, that's not the good advice to say. But this dude has fostered such bad faith, in my opinion, that I think some people see this too, because you know, the PW Dubs thing. It's like, yeah, this was an email between him and PW Dubs, and he posted it in a mod chat, so that turned some people away. I just think that more people should just be aware that DSP might not be a dude that you want to trust with any information, because this dude it's not even like he does it for malicious reasons. I don't even think DSP does stuff like, oh yeah, I got him, man. I think it's just, this dude is so, like, fucking dumb. He's so dumb. He doesn't understand any etiquette with anything. He doesn't understand that, like, you know, he has viewers that trust him, and when you take someone's email, like, and someone emails you something, and you just put that in a mod Discord, maybe that's too far. He has no conscience of any of this. Like, he doesn't think that these are fucked up things. So it's like, and no one has taught him that lesson, apparently.
Use for PayPal tips. That's it. Okay? So there you go. The only other real piece of information that I can consistently see is payment method and if it's a verified or unverified account. Payment method basically means, how did someone pay for this tip? And all it tells me is, did you use a credit card or did you use your bank account? That's it. That's all it says. It doesn't say...
That's it? Well, back in the chargeback era, you said that this dude was sending you fake tips through multiple credit cards. So it can't just be saying paid by a credit card when you're sitting there saying, oh, this guy's using multiple different credit cards. Oh, look at this tip, he's using the same credit card, so it gotta be legit, dude. So, okay.
Your credit card number is this, and it's this type of credit card.
I mean, of course, literally, PayPal doesn't give the full credit card number. No website does that. That's a little clown world, but, I I would assume at most they give you as much information as you would see on a receipt. But like, yeah, they don't give you the full credit card, the full credit card number. No one is even accusing him of having the full credit card info.
Say that. It doesn't say, oh, your bank account's from this bank and here's your bank account number. No, it doesn't say that. All it tells me is very generically, was it a credit card? Was it a bank account payment? That's it. That's all it says. Okay? And the last thing is, it says verified or unverified. Verified means that you linked all of your real-life personal information to the account. It doesn't mean I see that information. It just means that it tells me you did that, so that it gives me the added protection of knowing you're a real person.
Now, he says this. Now, the other thing is that the other concern people have with just online in general is that, and I think maybe this is what Major Writer was trying to say, and maybe anyone else could say it, but these are saying like, well, PayPal's not gonna dox your information. They'd be sued, stupid. But there's these things that happen sometimes called hacking. Remember the PlayStation, when the PlayStation was hacked, the PlayStation Store, and they were saying like, oh, credit card info might have been leaked or might not have been leaked and all this stuff. Like, so if you have to give PayPal all this information to be verified, right? And then let's say someone who's really good at hacking decides, I'm gonna hack PayPal, fuck it, and they do that. Like, what do you think is gonna happen? All that information could be stolen or whatever. And maybe that's what Major White was concerned about. Maybe that's what's gonna happen if people don't think about it. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what I said the last part. It is what it is.
Person when you tip me, and I can trust your tip. You see? That's very different from what people are saying. People out there are saying, oh, if you make a verified PayPal account, that's going to give your physical address to the person you're tipping. Wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been using PayPal for tips since I started being a full-time streamer in 2017. With the thousands of tips that I have received, not once ever in the history of me doing this have I seen someone's physical mailing address. Not once. It doesn't exist. This is completely falsified info. I don't see your phone number. I don't see your real life name, again, unless that's the generic name you used when you created your PayPal account and you left it as the generic information. I mean, it's so simple to change, but I guess a lot of people just don't do it, right? Because they don't think about that, right? So this is all stuff that's false. I don't see your real name. I don't see your address. I don't see your phone number. I don't see your bank account. I don't see your credit card number. I don't see anything that could be considered doxable information at all.
People can consider the full name. He says he's seen full name. He has also seen email addresses. Again, that could also be considered doxed because you've seen an email. Like, some people might consider email addresses as personal information, but
if you tip me,
it is what it is.
None of that. Zero. Anyone who's telling you that is a bold-faced liar, and the reason they're doing it is very simple. They know right now that I'm a very vulnerable person. They know that because I am no longer in the Twitch partnership program, that the only major income I have is tips. So they're going to do everything they can possible to lie, to make it so that I can't make a living doing this anymore. These are people who are malicious individuals. They will completely...
And again, hyping up the beast. Hyping up Nyx again, like telling us, guys, Nyx might come if all this happens.
Try to substantiate conspiracy theories around anything to try to hurt me. So they will literally make shit up in order to hurt me. It's that simple.
This dude has made so much money out of this, though. He's been hitting the tips goal nearly consistently and all this stuff. So how are we hurting him? His Patreon's been going up and all this stuff, but we're hurting him, guys.
Because here's the truth. If this was all true, if all this doxable info was out there, why wouldn't this be common knowledge? Why wouldn't this be all over the internet? Don't use PayPal at all because it doxes you? Like, what are they? I mean, think about this logically. Why would anyone use PayPal if it doxed all your personal information at all?
It's not that PayPal would dox. It's just that what if someone hacks PayPal and gets this information? How about that?
Every time you send a payment to anyone for anything, they could immediately have identity theft on you, right? So what on earth are you talking about? Like, this is just, it is so stupid, right? It just doesn't make any sense at all. that people would say this, but again, oh, here's our chance. Finally, we can really hurt Phil bad by completely making shit up. All right? And I hate to say it, but there's some regulars on the streams that are in this boat, and I knew it all along because I knew that there's people here who sit here, as I've been saying recently. They pretend to be friendly with me. They pretend to be supporters of the stream. They pretend like they actually like me and my content, but then when the crap hits the fan, all of a sudden, their true colors get revealed.
So, Major White was a troll all along? Where's this coming from? He has been so supportive for so long, and DSP kept him around because apparently DSP doesn't only bans the trolls, even though he keeps them around for bits. When they like, I was gonna say this as well. You're gonna start noticing the some of the accounts that just did a lot of troll cheers. They're either just gonna stop chatting altogether, or they're just gonna move on. Because the thing is that he has been cleaning house of these accounts because they're not tipping and they're not, and you know, who cares, right? Because if they because he only kept them around initially because they would always cheer, so you'd only keep him around until he's done with them. It's like, yeah, I'll take your quarters. Okay, well today I had enough. I had my fill. You're out of here. But you know, now that that's out of the question, he's just getting rid of them. They're just getting the axe. So Major White, who just refuses to tip, is apparently one of these people, which is news to me. I don't think he has ever, at least from what I remember, has done any sneak disses to Phil at all. Is suddenly these people. But then this is kind of inadvertently admitting that DSP only kept him around to milk him for quarters, or dollars, I should say, since it's bits, dude. The other thing is that, oh my god, I lost it now. Shit. Let's move on.
Alright? And I'm sorry, but I don't care if you used to cheer.
Oh, I remember. He told us how much that Chef Boyardee meme was such a lovable meme. Oh, it was like a community thing. Oh man, it was so cool. And it's so toxic now. It's such a toxified meme. Oh, these people were not my real supporters. Dude, you bragged about the fucking Chef Boyardee meme. And now it's a detractor meme? Okay.
All the time. And now that you can't cheer anymore, you know, I say, okay, the only way you can support is by tipping. Oh, but I'm not going to tip because that doxes you. Well, it doesn't. It does not. It's 100% factually incorrect. You don't get doxed. I've just fully explained how it works. Oh, well, I don't care. It doxes you. No.
I fully explained how it works. Okay.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter how many times you say it. It doesn't matter how much you hear a group of people say it in you know, it's a cultish mentality.
Again, it's going through semantics, because again, people can say getting someone's email is doxing. That some people can say that, but
all just keep saying it until we all believe it. But it's not true. This is everything to do with me that's negative shit. That's exactly how it works. These people just sit in their little corners of the internet, on their little restreamer channels or little fucking dirty ass forums. Say things in a circle enough so they all believe it. There's no evidence of any of it.
That's not true either. Not everyone agrees with everyone. I mean, come on. This is kind of silly. It's like he sees the detractors as like a certain way. And this is kind of where I really do think that LSB's video on DSP being a cult leader has, like, it kind of resurfaced his longtime hatred for DSP cult leader.
Because if it was, who the fuck would ever use PayPal if every time you sent someone a payment you were fully doxxed? You'd have to be a fucking moron to believe that. But these people just sit there and repeat the same thing over and over and over till they believe it. And then they try to push that belief system down everyone else's throat. That is a cult.
No. I mean, like, it's interesting. There's a documentary on HBO about a cult. I can't remember. I think it's something to do with Star in the title. And with LSB's video, talking about the bite model and all this stuff. A cult is a little bit more than just pushing things onto other people. Because with that logic, then, every religion is a cult, which isn't really the case. I mean, what a cult really is, like, this is gonna be a very, very simplified kind of thing. I do think it's very interesting. I think that documentary on HBO is really interesting about again, Something Star, where it kind of goes into that it's a thing that tries to promote a community, and like you're trying to have this group think, and whoops, use one of his words. It's kind of I don't know. I think it's a little bit more than just they all agree with something. You know, it's a little bit more nuanced than that. Uh, this is kind of like a very childish view of a cult from DSP, at least. Like, it's just he's taking one aspect of it and saying that, see, that's what it is. But there's a little bit more to it than that.
That's exactly the definition of how a cult works.
You know what? DSP should make a video about how they attract to their cult leaders. That's what they should. That's what he should do. He should do. He should do that.
So the thing is, now, yes, I'm definitely at a vulnerable part of my streaming career. I'm at a point now where it's a turning point.
He's always been vulnerable. He's literally been vulnerable even when he was a Twitch partner. He was filing for bankruptcy. He's trying to go through a foreclosure. The back taxes. He's been always fucking vulnerable. And it never ceases to amaze me when he says shit like this, and he's saying that now it's really bad and all this stuff. That kind of insinuates that the stuff before was paying enough and he was overplaying the drama at that time. But whatever.
We're going to try to make do, continuing on with my community here on Twitch, and basically make a living on tips and patron pledges, or I'm going to be forced to leave Twitch and have to move on and go somewhere else. All right?
Now, see, now this is the other thing. Look how easy. So when someone was asking him about him going to YouTube, he said it would be hard because, again, for some reason, his chat, he thinks his chat are a bunch of babies who don't even know how to move a mouse. He's saying, he said, like, oh, I can't go to YouTube. I mean, then they would have to make a YouTube account. That'd be really hard. You know? Then everyone would have to make a YouTube account, then they have to chat. It'd be hard, man. Even though they probably already have a YouTube account. I'm pretty sure everyone on Twitch has a YouTube account at one point in their life. But anyways, saying that, oh, it'd be so hard for them to make a YouTube account. But then goes through this. You think this is any easier than getting a YouTube account? If anything, this is actually harder because making a YouTube account is free and it's like, whatever. While with like PayPal, it's like you're dealing with like real world shit to do all this. And he's acting as if this is easier than asking people to make a YouTube account. Like, what?
I am not in any way, shape, or form am I going to fucking put up with people on my streams spreading cultish misinformation because they want to basically hurt me. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to put up with bullshit. So last night we have a stream regular who always used to cheer a silly meme about Chef Boyarde by the name of Major Riot. And now I said to him, well, I guess you just can't do the meme anymore. It sucks. I really liked it.
That's a tamer of what he said, but it's still fucked up because he's saying it's a shame he can't do it anymore. He can literally chat about Chef Boyardee, and it can still live on, but no, it's gonna die. Funny how he omits the part where he told him that, you realize if you don't tip me, the meme's gonna die, right? It's gonna die if you don't tip me, right? Funny how he didn't mention that.
Then proceeded to derail the Call of Duty stream, posting up messages saying, I have verified.
And then he says, they proceeded to derail the Call of Duty stream. Dude, there are like 4 different occasions of you just calling this dude out and harassing him. Like, I genuinely think this shit should be bannable of how he talked to Major Riot, because it is so over the top. And it's ridiculous. He tells, and I even think there might be even a Twitch TOS saying that streamers can't like tell their audience in anger that they need to seek help, like or something like that. I think. Don't quote me on that. But anyways, even that aside, it's ridiculous. There's been all these occasions, we went through all of them, of him just calling him out. And the only reason why Major White responded is because of the things he said. And then he's like saying, oh, then he responded to me. Yeah, that's how conversations work. You say something and then the dude responds. If you say like, well, no, you don't get doxxed, the dude will say, well, I don't want to tip you because I still don't want to risk it. And then you tell him that, oh, well, I don't know what's wrong with you. Then you gave him a fucking eulogy for no reason. And then you're like, okay, that's it. Because the whole time Major Riot was trying to say that they do, and you're saying they don't, what do you think is going to happen? And if you already knew Major Riot is not going to agree with you or change or decide to tip, then why was it worth it going after him? It really wasn't worth it, DSP. You lost the fan, you look like an asshole, that's what you got. Congratulations, this is the award for you doing all this dumb shit that you didn't have to do.
That every time that you verify your PayPal account and tip, it fully doxes you. I talked to representatives from PayPal, and they've confirmed this. This is a public service to everyone. You must know that you will be fully doxed if you tip on PayPal. Like, dude.
You know what? The way he described it, I just picture, like, Major Riot just, like, being, like, hauled away, like, DSP fans are, like, grabbing by the arms and pulling him away. He's like, you gotta believe me! You gotta believe me! And DSP is just like this is like that image that you see in all these shows where it's like you see the true believer, not the true believer, but like the dude that like sees through the king's lies or something, and they're like, this is blasphemy, get him out of here, execute him. And it's like, I feel like that's just how DSP wants to paint it, because he sees himself as the king, dude. And it's like such a narcissistic attitude to have.
What are you doing? Like, what is your problem?
What is your problem? What is your problem, man?
Warned multiple times and kept doing it, and then he got
warned multiple times. If you go back to those points in that video, did those even remotely sound like warnings? Because it just sounded like just him saying, wow, man, I don't know what to say, dude. Pretty crazy. That's pretty much all it sounded like. It didn't sound like warnings. He didn't say, Major Riot, I'll be honest, like, look, dude, I understand you don't want to tip me, but that's not how it works. Look, if you don't want to tip me, that's fine, but, you know, let's move on. If you talk about it again, I'm just gonna have to ban you. Or it's like, he didn't even say that to him. He just went on and on and on and on and on him, and then he banned him. There were no warnings. He's literally just trying to spin the narrative of him bullying Major Riot into, I gave him warnings, dude, and then he got really mad and said some bullshit, so I had to ban him. Okay.
He got banned. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Right? Right? Like, it shocks me because, again, this is a guy who was a regular, I thought it was funny. I thought the Chef Boyardee was...
now he's a positive guy, but he just said before that, like, because he was leading up into Major Riot, that people were being fake, dude. They were being fake fans. But now he was positive, dude.
It's funny. Hell, we were gonna do a DSP Tries It during this upcoming Retro Replay event where I was gonna try Chef Boyardee as a part of the running meme.
He was gonna do it as a running meme. Dude, you could still do it. Memes don't have to cost money. This dude's views on jokes and memes is so insane. They all revolve around money. Like, oh, I thought the 2 vests was stupid. Like, I just thought it'd be a stupid thing, and I got paid for it, dude. Like, everything about it is just funny. Like, the joke is, like, he thinks getting $100 to put on a vest is funny. Like, that's a meme, dude. What's the joke? You put on a vest. And then you ask him about it. He's like, I don't know, man. I don't get it. So all it is I just get paid for it. So the joke is that he gets money? So if he doesn't get money, then it's just not a joke anymore. So that's what it is. He looked at the Chef Boyardee shit. Now that he's not getting money, the joke went away. He couldn't get the joke anymore. The joke was confusing. He looked at Chef Boyardee just without the money attached, and he was like, I don't get this. But then we saw the little bit animation. He's like, oh, I get it. That's what it is. See, if Major Riot just tipped the $1, he would understand it. But now that he can't tip it, it's like, what's the point of the joke? I don't get it.
Right?
Right?
So what happened? Why did this guy all of a sudden become a crazy conspiracy theory idiot? I just don't understand this fucking shit, guys. I don't. I'm lost. Why do people act like this?
Why are people act like this?
This guy knows. He knows that if I can't get tips, then I can't make a living, right? So why would you make shit up? I just don't understand it. It just doesn't make any sense. Why do people behave like that, right?
Why do people behave like that, man? I only egged him on at 4 different occasions, man, and then he said something that tried to validate what he said, and that pissed me off, so I banned him.
This is a guy who obviously was.
I just can't understand why people would be so nervous about their personal information. It's not like I spent so much time on pre-stream telling people to be careful of their personal information. Like, just think about it. This dude spent so much time urging his chat to not associate their tips with their Twitch account, their Twitter account, their Facebook, because of the trolls. And then when and how the trolls are gonna ruin their lives and all this stuff. Major Wyatt says, "Oh, well, I'm concerned about my personal information. I don't want to share it." Excuse me? What the fuck are you doing? What do you mean you're not gonna share your information? Okay.
Was a supporter, or he wouldn't have cheered. You know, why would he have cheered over a course of a year with this silly meme and supported the channel if he was then going to just flip like that and become a nutcase, right?
A nutcase?
And that's the truth of the matter here is, I'm sorry, if you believe any of these conspiracy theories, any of them, for which there's no actual substantiated proof, you need help.
What if they have proof and you just don't like the proof? Again, I'll link the video that Anleet did in the description if you want to check that out. But DSP is the kind of guy that will just see proof and he'll not like the proof, so he'll dismiss it. I don't like this proof, and not real.
You are one of these people who, what do they call it? A suggestible personality, that just because someone says something to you and seems to believe it, you believe it. In life, that's a terrible way to go through life. I'm not saying don't be skeptical. Seriously. In life, you absolutely have to be skeptical. You have to ask.
Be skeptical, but don't be skeptical about the things I say. Like this dude, it's a two-way street. Because at the same time, if you're telling us that you have to be skeptical with what you're being told, then at the same time, people should be skeptical of what you're saying right now. Like, you could sit there and say, well, I'm being honest with you. Well, what if you're not? Like, it's a circular argument to have, because it's going to be like, well, how do I trust you, and all this stuff. It just boils down to, as I said earlier, is just good faith. You have to have good faith in the people who you support. If you want to support DSP, that's fine. You have that choice. You have that freedom or option to do so. But you also have the option to not support him and say, well, I don't want to give my personal information away to him because I feel like that it might be doxed. And DSP has to respect that decision. He didn't respect Major Riot's decision multiple times during that Call of Duty stream. The whole time he's sitting there harassing him, bullying him about not making a verified PayPal account and all this shit. Like, it's a two-way street. If he just simply respected his decision to not tip him, all this stuff probably would not have happened. Like, come on, think about it.
The right questions, and you have to do research. Because so many times in life, you will be told something, and you're told to believe it, and it's not true. Okay? I openly welcome all of you to be skeptical people, to be analytical people, and to think. Think independently for yourselves. Don't just believe the group think. Alright?
But this isn't groupthink either. You're like, whatever, okay.
Unless someone can present evidence of something, it's not true. Why would anyone... I was just told by a bunch of people that if I verify my PayPal account, I'm doxing myself. So I'm not... That's it. So what are you talking about? What evidence is there? There's no evidence of it. It's not true. But you just believe it, and then you push it as a theory on someone's stream who is at a vulnerable point, who needs tips to survive. Tell everyone, don't tip. What do you think's going to happen?
He didn't say don't tip. He said that personal information might be given or whatever. Whatever.
Do you think that kind of behavior is going to be rewarded? Do you think that kind of behavior is going to be cherished? It's, oh, thanks so much for derailing my stream tonight. I mean, really.
This is such a childish argument to have. You think it's gonna be rewarded? I don't think anyone was expecting to be rewarded for what he did, but it was just that it was very clear that the whole situation was escalating to that point. He escalated all of this. Like, this is like you get a call to a person that's in a vulnerable position, and then you bring a gun, you're like, calm down! Calm the fuck down! And it's like, dude, you're only escalating it. Like, all DSP did that the whole stream was just escalate the nonsense. If he just respected his decision in the beginning and just moved on, it wouldn't have gone to where it went. But he fucking escalated it the whole time by bullying him. But he is the victim.
No, stupid. I mean, come on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is real life. This is not the realm of some fantasy novel or video game or manga. And in real life, actions have consequences. When you act a fool, you get treated like a fool. All right? This is my business, as well as the place where I hang out with you guys on a daily basis. And if I have people coming in here spouting misinformation, you're not going to be here anymore. It's that simple. All right? It's just that simple. You absolutely have the right to question anything that is said or done. All right? You do. You have that right.
You have that right, but every time someone does question him, he gets mad about it, and then you get banned. Every time. Even with Major Right aside. This has happened so many times where he just bans people for not agreeing with him.
Right. But you don't have the right to spread misinformation in my place of business. That hurts me. You don't have that freedom here. Okay? You just don't. And don't please understand. I'm not trying to stifle freedom of speech, but you can't just come in here and do this. You're fucking with my life, man. Like, what on earth are you thinking?
I'm not trying to stifle freedom of speech. You're fucking with my life. You can't come in here, man. Like, if... Like, I do get that he just wants, like, no misinformation and all this stuff, but, again, he escalated the whole shit. Like, the whole thing was just escalated. Like, let's say that he did the ideal thing to respond in the beginning. He said, like, it is what it is, right? Let's say he did that. And then, you know, immediately Major Right just said, out of the blue... oh, I talked to people. They do get personal information. All the stuff that happened, at that point in that Call of Duty stream. Then okay, I could see a better reason to ban him than what happened, because all this stuff was all a response to what he did. You notice how that conversation went. He said something. Major Riot said something. He then called him this. Major Riot did this. Like, the last thing Major Riot said led to him telling him that he has problems and he needs to seek help. That was the last direct conversation. The next thing after that was DSP giving him a eulogy, saying, "Oh well, I think it's ridiculous that this dude is doing this," and putting him on the spot. He's highlighting Major Riot to his entire chat, to the point where I don't even know if his chat was kind of bullying Major Riot either. But for all we know, or I know, whatever, when DSP was doing all this, people were harassing Major Right in chat, maybe. Who knows? Like, he has made him a punching bag during that Call of Duty stream, and he's saying, oh, you think that's gonna be cherished? Well, what do you think is gonna happen if you treat people like punching bags, DSP? You're gonna get people saying shit, and then you're gonna ban them, and then you're gonna have to do this kind of video again. It's the same song and dance.
So, that's the deal, and it really upset me last night. It really did. Here I am trying to play the new season of Call of Duty, and my whole stream gets derailed by this, and I'm very upset. Alright?
He's very upset.
We need to have people use logical thinking and stop it with this nonsense, this madness. It's what it is. It's fucking madness. To just believe something. What on earth?
What on earth?
So anyway, guys, that's what happened last night. Please understand, this is all bullshit. You can tip me as long as when you make your PayPal account, make sure the information that's in there is the information that you want. Don't accidentally put your full name in there and have it be shown if you don't want it. If you don't want that email address getting out, then make a burner email address. That's not
make a burner
for other stuff. This is all basic stuff. This is the same kind of stuff I've always had to do with all my accounts, because You got to understand that people are always going to try, when you have a public persona, people are going to try to get into your shit, hack it, and do all kinds of fucked up stuff. So this is just stuff that I've always done. But I guess
So then why are you shitting on Major Wright for being careful about his information then? He literally just said, well, people can hack it, can do all this stuff with it. Oh, but Major Wright was saying that he's careful about his personal information. He's a fucking idiot. Don't listen to him.
for some people it's new. It's like, oh, I can't just put all my real life info in there, you know, and then send someone a tip. And, you know, you can take 5 minutes of extra work, change the name, make sure the email is not an important one, and you're good to go. Nothing else will be revealed. You see?
You see that?
Okay. I hope that all makes sense. Fair enough? So, all that being said, guys, thank you in advance for any contributions today. As you know, yes, the tip goal has had to have been increased. There's nothing I could do about it. I had to do that as a result of me now only...
Alright, I think there's nothing else in this pre-stream. Let's see. This is an hour and 5. You know what? Let's do this.
So here's the thing. Of course, everyone on the internet is speculating. And different people have different things to say. And being that I've thought about this for a couple of days, a few days, I have a few ideas of my own. And I like an idea that someone else came up with too. All right? Now, here's the thing. There's no evidence of anything I'm about to talk about. Okay? There's no evidence of anything that I'm about to talk about. I haven't been told anything. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, this is all speculation. And that's why I'm trying to get this out of the way, so when we get to gameplay and stuff, we can not have to sit here and talk about it constantly. Alright, so I figure pre-stream is a good time to talk about this. Fair enough? Okay, here's the thing. For the terms of service to have been violated of my partner agreement, but not actually get in trouble on Twitch, it has to be something that's directly part of the partnership agreement. The partnership agreement covers a lot of ground, okay? But in general, it basically covers monetization rights, time frames, all kinds of stuff like that. It also covers how you can talk about certain things, like how can you talk about bits, how can you talk about other kinds of contributions. Now, here's the thing, though, and this is what gets me. In the past, I've gotten in trouble.
Oh my god, we keep hearing about this. I'm skipping this. I'm sorry.
Bits in a certain... So I don't think that's it at all. Okay?
I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing it.
Some people are speculating, hey, Phil, we know what it is. Because here's why. Because a fucking negative drama content creator made a video about it, and this is what they said.
LSB did not make a video about this. He did a tweet about it, but apparently a tweet's a video now, so that's cool to know.
And therefore, a bunch of sheep jump on it because they're idiots. Okay, but here's what
I like how it's a bunch of sheep jumping on it. Now DSP literally told people, if you have any questions, ask me about it. We just listened to the pre-stream where he told us, well, I gotta be skeptical. I gotta ask the right questions. You gotta think about it, dude. And then when someone says, well, what if it's like this agreement? Oh, these fucking idiots with the sheep. Oh, stupid. Like, it's a genuine, like, thought that it could be the way you upload to your YouTube channel. And the thing that astounds me from DSP saying it can't be this because he has done this for this many years, etc., has also said in the same fucking vlog about him being departnered, well, there's a lot of streamers that do a lot of heinous shit, man. They're so allowed to be in the partner program. Man, it's almost like Twitch has like a very inconsistent moderation. Like, some people get away with some stuff, some people don't. It's all different. It's all whatever. That's why, like, a lot of people criticize Twitch's moderation because it's kind of random. You don't know what's gonna happen half the time.
Here's what this school of thought is. Well, Phil, when you stream on Twitch, you give Twitch a 24-hour window by which they're supposed to be the only company that can advertise on said content that you streamed on Twitch. Right? That's part of the partnership agreement. It says there's a 24-hour window exclusivity agreement that when you stream on Twitch, they're supposed to have 24 hours to advertise on your content. Then it opens up and you can put that content anywhere else you want and you can put ads or whatever on it. So technically, Phil, this is people talking to me, if you...
He has to explain. Technically, Phil is to DSP, obviously.
Did what you do, which is you stream, you turn off your stream, and you immediately upload to YouTube, you are violating the agreement. Okay?
Okay.
So first of all, there is some truth to what they're saying, but however, people just don't understand legalese, I believe.
Legalese. Now, this dude is so much of a clown. You could go back to during the first indefinite suspension, back when he was playing Far Cry 5. He said, I can't stream gameplay on YouTube, guys. I can't do that now because it would break my partnership agreement. I can't do that. When he got the copyright strikes last year on Twitch, I can't stream gameplay on YouTube. But then he said, well, I can stream gameplay on YouTube, but he would much rather do temper tantrum streams instead. So this is what's so stupid. If he knew this from the past, then why didn't he stream gameplay then? When he was banned from Twitch for during the Far Cry 5 incident, then why didn't he stream a Far Cry 5 when he was indefinitely suspended? Because he initially said that since it was a 3-day suspension, he was just not going to stream. That was the initial fucking plan when they walked it back to a 3-day suspension, and then they walked it back even more than that. He was just not going to stream. But DSP, if that wasn't the case, then why didn't you stream, dude? And he kept saying all this stuff, but it can't possibly be that, because that would mean that he actually did something wrong. And this doesn't make sense either. Just listen to it.
I actually very specifically brought this up with my Twitch partner manager many years ago when I had one. And by the way, no, my Twitch partner manager was not some guy named Hassan. I don't know who the fuck people are talking about or what they're referencing. Whoever that person is, that was always a detractor thing, always a conspiracy theory that has zero facts to it. Zero. I've never spoken with a guy named Hassan from Twitch. I don't know who the fuck that is, nor do I care. My guy, I believe the guy who I had was French, because I talked to him once via Skype, and he had a very heavy French accent.
I guess Hassan cannot be French.
In regards to my partner manager, I brought this up with him specifically and said, since I have a partner manager now, allow me to clear issues up. And I brought this one specifically up. Okay? And he said to me, I can't tell you exactly what he said, but I can tell you in paraphrasing, no partner has ever in the history of the Twitch partnership program gotten in trouble for uploading their own content to their own YouTube channel after streaming on Twitch. Even though it may say something like that in the agreement, it's not enforced, nor was that
It's not enforced. It sounds like it could be enforced. It's just that Twitch decides not to enforce it. The other interesting thing is, DSP has said that this dude was laid off. If the dude was saying this thing that's in the terms of service is not being enforced, I'm starting to see why he might have been laid off. Just putting it out there. I think I know why he was laid off.
Purpose of that clause in the agreement. The clause in the agreement is meant to be there so that you don't simultaneously.
This is what I don't understand. Then why is it written in such a goofy way if it's not what it means? Like this spin makes no sense because, sure, there's legal documents that have a lot of words and they just try to confuse you, like DSP's pre-streams are half the time. But to a point, it makes sense of what it's saying. While what DSP's described makes no sense. Why would they describe something so specific for not to mean that? That makes no sense.
Stream the same content to multiple sites at once and try to make money on that content through various different sources at the same time. So Twitch, if you're in the partner program, doesn't want you streaming to Twitch and YouTube or somewhere else at the same time and then monetizing all of that content at once. Essentially, Twitch is saying when you're streaming with us, you're with us, and then when the stream is done, then you can do whatever you want with your own content. That's really what the legal agreement is saying, okay?
Then why doesn't it say that?
So, it's true that if you read the policy, the wording is confusing, but right straight from Twitch's mouth, that's what I was told.
From a dude that was laid off, and this was something that would happen 4 years ago. This might not have been the case. They could have just changed this in 2016 or started to enforce it recently. They could have just decided, yeah, this guy did did it. I mean, it's not even a president. He does it every day. But okay.
I would say probably about 4 years ago, 3 years. It was 2018, 2019 when I talked directly with the guy.
I would argue that if they have a statutes of limitations, let's say, he doesn't archive his videos, his streams at all anymore. So I don't understand. So that's why I was like, even when I heard this, I was skeptical about it. I was like, well, he hasn't archived his videos for a while. You should have been banned like years ago for this, because I'm sure people report him for doing that too. However, I do think that it could have also just been, hey, we just got to the report. He did do it. We have reports of the previous archives. I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is.
So probably it was at least 2 to 3 years ago. That was from Twitch's mouth. That was the case. Okay. So here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Here's the deal.
If I were, for example, streaming on Twitch, then I was having those videos being video on demand archives on Twitch, and I was monetizing those video on demand archives, and then I went over to YouTube and uploaded to my YouTube channel at the same time, yeah, that would be considered a violation.
Guess what? He did do that. There were multiple instances where he left stream archives up, and then he uploaded that stuff to YouTube. Now I don't know if he monetized those archives, but I feel like that it's that they auto do it for partners. I think, but I just remember I always kind of joked about it, saying like how, oh, he's being lazy. He has left streams up for weeks at in some cases. So he has done this before. Like, he has done it.
By the way, that's why I never did that. If you ever noticed, I never archived my stuff on Twitch just for that reason, to avoid any kind of violation of the partner contract. And I never got into trouble for it. Except I was directly told what I was doing was the correct way to go about it. And by the way, there are tons...
By the way, he had the full Zelda Breath of the Wild playthrough on his Twitch channel for the longest time. That was all wiped away because of the DMCA shit last year, but he did have that whole playlist up on Twitch.
Of Twitch streamers who do exactly what I do. I'm not the only person to do it. There's ridiculous amounts of Twitch streamers who do it and have never been penalized for this whatsoever.
How do you know that? Who? How do you know that they've not been penalized for this? Okay.
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 So all that being said, it's bullshit. Anyone who's saying this is the reason why it happened, you're wrong. There's zero evidence of that whatsoever. None. There's no evidence of any of that. You're making stuff up to try to stir drama up so that you act like you know better.
I like how this is stirring drama up, but people were hypothesizing about this many times, like even during the stream when he announced it. But now that, oh, it just so happened LSP made a hypothesis, this is a toxic hypothesis. This is specifically for drama. But, dude, you don't even know anything at all. Get out of here.
What else? And you can get artificial clicks on your fucking garbage drama YouTube videos. Okay? That's really what it is. And sadly, people are super gullible and stupid, and they think that they're smarter than everyone else when they're not. They're dumb as shit. Okay?
Okay.
Now, here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
You want to know what really is in the partner contract? It's the same thing that's in everyone's partner contract, everywhere you go. The company that you have a partnership with has the right at any time, for any reason whatsoever, to sever that partnership.
He loves that clause
Just like
so much.
You legally have the ability to sever that partnership.
He loves that so much.
When people were getting partnerships on YouTube via companies like Fullscreen, there were companies that were partnering people, and then people would say, I want to sever the contract, and they wouldn't do it. They would refuse. They were like, well, there was nothing in the contract that said you could do that. You're stuck with us forever. We're going to continuously pull ad revenue from you no matter what. This became a huge legal thing to the point where some of these companies got sued over it. So now every single partner contract, no matter where you go, whether it's YouTube, Twitch, or wherever, has this two-way street agreement where they can cancel it for any reason and you can cancel it for any reason. Okay? They don't even need to tell, like, legally, I don't need to be told ever why they canceled my contract, ever. They could just say,
so why just submit a log?
Which is pretty much exactly what happened, right? So that's the case here with any.
No, I like how mad he is about this. The fact that we're just never gonna get any information on this. Why let this get to you then? At this point, people will just continue believing this.
Anyone this could happen. So here's the thing. If Twitch actually comes to me and tells me, Phil, this is why you're being kicked out of the contract, right? That now puts the burden on them because they have a reasoning why it happened. Obviously, I have a dedicated fan base who's going to be upset, but then there's also going to be a public outcry. Because
this makes no sense. When he did the first pre-stream of not being partnered, he was like, you guys are so cool. Twitch didn't support me. They didn't give me tips. They didn't give me subs. You did. Yeah, you. In that pre-stream, he told them that, don't storm Amazon. It's a big company. They're not gonna care. It's like, now he's like Mr. Narcissistic, huge head ego dude. Oh, I have such a huge following. They'd be so mad if I went away. They weren't so mad when you were banned for that DMCA strike. When, I mean, and also to say, wouldn't this also drive them to be mad too? One of their favorite streamers on planet Earth is no longer a partner. No reason given. Wouldn't that also drive them to grab their pitchforks against Twitch, DSP?
Because let's face it, there are thousands of people on the internet that follow me around whether they like me or not. They stalk me. So everything that has to do with me in a drama capacity, these people follow and they broadcast all over.
Now, it's funny he says that. Oh, that was weird. OBS is looked funny to me. But anyways, it's funny he says this. There's literally Twitch streamers that, hold on, oh my god. Now I'm rewinded so I can jog up my memory.
Because let's face it, there are thousands of people on the internet that follow me around whether they like me or not. They stalk me. So everything that has to do with me in a drama capacity, these people follow and they broadcast all.
Oh, okay, this. They did it, like, we'll take Bad Bunny for example, and then there's also the one that throws cats and then gave cat vodka. Like, those are big stories. I don't know if I feel like I know like Bad Bunny was also banned and they let her back in. But there's also like even the $5 clip didn't really get her anything. The one with the cat, I think she got banned and then they let her back in. So I mean, it's like there's a lot of videos about Twitch streamers doing fucked up shit that Twitch doesn't really do anything about, and these are things that like public pressure will get to them. Like maybe if like it has to be a bigger figure than a streamer. Like if I don't know, whatever.
All over the internet. So it very well may be that Twitch decided one day they don't want me in the partner program anymore, but they specifically strategized they would not tell me the reason why, because if they told me
they had a boardroom meeting in their dark cauldrons. Guys, what are we gonna do about this dark side Phil? He's still on our site. I got it. We should. It's like it's like Ava, right? You have Sele, the like those black monolithic things that Gendo talks to in the Rebuild movies. It's like that. They're the ones making the decisions. They're like, they're deciding, and they're like, get rid of this partnership, get rid of the check mark, and they got rid of it.
That could now become widespread, story reasoning. I mean, let's face it, we got content creators who are making videos about me, right? That it's gonna basically accentuate that information. Okay, now when you really think about it, okay, if that is the case, and Twitch specifically decided he's out of the partner program, but he didn't violate any broadcasting policies, but we want him out of the partner program. Why would that happen, really? Because the truth is, there's no way it's
But why would Twitch magically decide now we don't want you in the partner program? Like what was the point? What's the point of that? Why not just downgrade you to affiliate? Why just say, nah, you're not making money on our site anymore. Fuck that. That makes no sense. This makes even less sense than what... Because if that's the case, this would be happening way more frequently then.
It was the 24-hour violation. You're out of your mind. Guys, I've been in the Twitch partner program since 2013. I've been full-time live streaming here on Twitch since early 2017. There is no corporation on Earth that would allow someone to violate an agreement for 8 years or 4 years, whichever one you want to use as your guideline, all right? And then out of the blue realize, oh, we completely missed this for 4 to 8 years. Let's ban this person.
But again, it's like the moderation is random. Sometimes they'll go after you, sometimes they don't. It's really random. That's like that's like part of the problem with Twitch. They're not consistent with how they moderate their website.
That doesn't happen.
Okay.
That doesn't happen at all. Okay? That's bullshit. That's complete nonsense. That's not the situation here. It's not, oh, all of a sudden out of the blue they realized you violated the 24-hour agreement. That's nonsense. Something else happened. Something else. What? I don't know. But something else specifically happened. Okay? And that thing triggered Twitch in a way that they said, we don't want this guy as part of the partnership program anymore. And they cut the tie. They won't say what it is. Why? Well, I speculate it's because it's basically something that actually would be bad if it were made public knowledge. And I'm thinking of a few things, I speculate. And one of the things that I specifically think it may be is actually something that's already happened to me behind the scenes. Okay, now again, this is speculation. I have no idea. This could be completely false. All right? But Rich from Review Tech USA actually brought this up in his video as well. And I think that anyone who's kind of smart and knows the way that these corporations work, we may be hitting the nail on the head here.
Of course.
So many years
now Rich is cool. Remember when Rich was a whore and Rich sucks and Rich only likes drama? Now Rich is cool. He's a cool guy now.
To go, folks. I used to have partnership contracts on YouTube. I used to actually...
Okay, I'm speaking this up.
A certain percentage of...
We know how partnerships work.
Did not allow monetization
Jesus
of gameplay
Christ.
videos. They had it, so only partnership companies could do it. Because they had...
Oh my, we're getting an origin story of partner
ever an issue legally with these videos, they could basically...
Oh my god, DSP. We know how the internet works.
Most of us have no money. We're just Joe No who could be found legally...
Dude, I forgot,
etc.
He went
much bigger companies
so much
that
stupid
if there was
detail
an
about
issue,
that.
You could sue that company
Oh
and
my
hold them
god.
liable and maybe get damage money or whatever. You see what? Let's see. Long enough legal precedent here where it's been fine. Wayside, I don't even know if any of them existed. And when they did, every person now gets all the same ads. It used to be the need more, so that made sense for you to be with that.
Oh my god, dude.
Ads. So why in the holy hell would you want to be with a partnership company today, right?
It's like he's
just happened to me years ago. Years ago, I was with a partnership company called Curse. I was with them for roughly a year. Okay? Curse ran ads on my videos. I got a percentage cut of the ads that were running on those videos. All right? Well, after about a year of being with Curse, I was contacted by Curse and told that they were letting me go. And I said, I don't understand. What did I do? And they said, absolutely nothing. I had an actual conference call with my
of course, like ignoring that they did massive layoffs of their contracts during this time period. But it can't be that. He can't be part of that number. No. It was because the trolls
contacted Curse about this. They said, you have done nothing wrong at all. Nothing. And I said, then why are you letting me go? It doesn't make any sense. They said, well, it does make sense, but it only makes sense from our perspective. Here's why. You are the victim of a very organized, very disturbing online harassment campaign. There are thousands of people
is insane.
Who are messed up, who try to get you in trouble for things every single day that you're not doing. Every day we receive a ridiculous amount of complaints about you, saying that you do bad things on
this dude doesn't even get as much viewers as what he's painting.
YouTube. And because we are a legal entity, we are held responsible for your actions. So every time that we get a false report, we actually have to investigate it. Now, the thing is, we know the reports aren't real, but we at least have to have one person read the report and say it's fake and file it as, false. If we didn't have anyone do that, and let's say you did violate YouTube.
I like how it's like, we know it's false, so we say it's false. Do they check the videos? I don't know. Whatever.
Let's say one day I came on YouTube under the Curse banner and I did a racist video or something, right? Well, now they're responsible because they're putting ads on that video and they're saying we vouch for Phil, you see? So because of that, they actually have to review every single complaint. And if there's a legit complaint, they have to take action, either penalize me or kick them out of the program, etc. You see what I'm saying? They can't be legally responsible without reviewing it, so they have to review every situation. So, after me being with Curse for a year, they received so many false complaints against me. By the way, not one of them was ever real. And I was actually outright told this by the person at Curse. They were like, you never did anything wrong. Every complaint we ever got about you was fake. To the point where it became a running joke in our company that, you know, everyone's always on Darkside Phil or whatever. You know, you never did anything wrong at all.
What's... Oh, it was a running joke. It's on Darkside Phil. This doesn't sound real. Like, that to me kind of shot the story, because usually jokes are funny. Saying everyone's on Darkside Phil is not really a joke and doesn't really go anywhere. So, I mean,
your content is
maybe money was attached. Then it was funny.
These idiots just constantly lie about you to try to get you in trouble. Well, sadly, because we have to investigate every claim, this became a manpower issue. Literally, you get so many complaints against you, we have to put a person on it full time, to the point where we can't just employ one person for Darkside Phil. That's ridiculous. So, in light of all of this, we have to let you go. And that's what happened. I was cut out of the Curse Partner Program because of troll activities. They couldn't take on the immense work of reviewing every complaint against me because it was too expensive for them. It wasn't even, it was a cost, reward, benefit analysis situation.
Cost, reward,
benefit?
Said
there's just no benefit to having you in the program anymore. So they let me go. And what happened was first of all, it was tremendously bad for me, because if you remember, when they let me go, it completely fucked up my YouTube channel. DSP Gaming was completely destroyed for like a month and a half.
Oh my god.
And then finally, I got it all back and I got it all fixed and everything.
Now we gotta get this origin
But it was a
story.
nightmare. It was a major pain in the ass trying to get it working again and getting ads back on it again. Okay? But by the time I got ads back on it, YouTube flipped that switch. And that means that I got the same ads as everyone else, and therefore, it doesn't even matter that I lost my partnership with Curse.
Okay.
It all is exactly the same today as it was back then. It's exactly the same. See? It didn't even matter. I mean, there was a short-term... in the short term, it hurt me, because sadly, you know, I lost ad revenue for about 2 months. But then, once the ads came back, everything was kind of back to normal. It didn't affect anything, okay? So now, all that being said, the reason I'm telling you this long story about... That's all happened in 2017, by the way. The reason I'm telling you this long story...
No, that did not happen in 2017. It happened 2018. Don't lie.
Is because after thinking about this entire situation, all right? And again, this is all speculation. I don't have any evidence because Twitch never responded. All right? The one thing I can tell you is I think it's a similar situation. I think this is a situation where I was being basically harassed. People were constantly sending in false reports to Twitch.
This literally makes no sense. There are streamers that literally probably get more false reports than he does, or just reports in general. They get more reports than him, and they're still a partner. And he's like, well, they probably give me a lot of false reports, man. That's why they fired me. But then why? Like, there's so many other streamers that get even more. Okay.
Over and over on a daily basis, saying Phil did this, Phil did that, Phil did this, Phil did that. And the thing is, Twitch put up with it for a long time because I was actually making them money.
Like,
you know?
That's why this whole thing doesn't work, is because there's so many Twitch streamers and they all probably get more reports than he does. So why is he so special? Like, he's acting as if the whole planet is out to get him. It's so ridiculous. This is stuff like Clown World shit.
Subscriber revenue, people were buying bits to cheer on my channel. They were making money, all right? But it comes to a point, right, when you get to such a level that it becomes untenable. I think what happened here is people have been trying to kick me off of Twitch for so long and have not been able to make any headway whatsoever.
But then it makes even less sense when they will still get false reports because he's still on Twitch. So why not just ban him then? That makes no sense. This theory has more holes than him breaking the 24-hour contract. Literally, look at that. The 24-hour contract at least had a cause and effect, and it has something that he did do that you can kind of like, if you, I don't know, but he did do it regardless. He does it every day anyway. He streams, then he uploads it to YouTube anyway. He has been doing that. Whatever, etc., etc. And then you have this, where it's like nothing makes sense. You have to ignore that there's other streamers that get more reports than him. You have to ignore that there's more people getting reports. Oh my god, why am I like spacing out? Whatever.
I don't do anything here on Twitch that's wrong. I don't violate the terms of service. I don't do anything that would be considered, oh, Phil's going to get kicked off of Twitch, because I don't. People just lie about it constantly because they particularly have a bug up their ass about me because of the craziness around this cultish viral movement that Phil is bad. That has no factual basis whatsoever. That they never let up with Twitch, and Twitch basically got to a point where they're like, well, even though we're making money with Phil being a streamer in our partner program, right? Even though that happens, all right?
Oh, yeah, you have to ignore, you'd have to also ignore them not banning him off the site, too. You have to ignore that, too. So, there's all these holes in it that makes no sense, while the other one makes way more sense than this, but that can't be it. It's all too convenient.
I hate to say it, we just have to cut them. We can't have a million fake complaints coming in every day. Every time the guy streams, someone makes something up about him that we have to research. I mean, just recently, if you look at all the nonsense recently, right? We had Anonymous who, oh, I'm going to reveal all this stuff from the chat servers behind the scenes that the moderators use. And so a million false reports go to Twitch about that, right?
A million,
Then you've got a guy claiming that I doxed him when I didn't. False reports going to them about that. Now, how can they even make heads or tails of that? There's no evidence of anything. So all they're getting is a million false reports with no way to prove anything either way.
They have screen caps.
I think it got to the point where there's so many false reports.
If there's no evidence, then why did you run? Run to delete the Discord server. Like, he ran, like, when he did that stream, he dropped everything. I was like, oh, I need to see something. He got up, got his phone, went to Discord, did all this stuff. I wonder why he ran to delete the server if there's nothing wrong with it. Ah, that's weird, dude.
That they just had enough. They just said enough is enough. This guy is more trouble than he's worth. Even though we're making money on Phil streaming here, there is such a fervor of drama and hatred towards him on the internet. We can't deal with it anymore. It's too much. We can't get this many.
Dude, there's so many streamers that get more reports than him. How are they still partnered, dumbass?
Tell me that. I'll tell you why. Because when I got released from Curse in 2017, and I told you guys this story, Curse looked bad. Curse looked very bad. Because essentially you're saying you're not going to stick up
oh my god
your partnership program. And by the way, within a couple of months...
Man, see, already throwing Curse under the bus. See, they look bad. Okay, they're not sticking up, man.
Curse releasing me, they released a ridiculous amount of other people because the company was downsized, and at this point, I don't know if they do...
Oh, now it's downsized, but they downsized after the fact. See, it's different, guys.
Partnerships anymore on YouTube.
I got it. The false reports to Curse were so much that in turn made it so that they couldn't afford their other partners. So so they fired DSP in hopes they could afford these other partners, but then they're like, oh, we gotta fire them all. We can't afford. We're still paying the dude going through the reports.
So Curse basically, that was a test case of, oh man, this happened. Phil talked about it publicly, and that was bad.
Oh my god, the fucking ego. His ego is insane. I can't believe it's real. I can't believe this is his genuine ego. Just saying like, it may look bad. If I look back at it, they're like, oh yeah, it's really bad. They look at the video, they're like, oh yeah. Oh my god, dude.
We're on YouTube.
Holy shit.
So Curse basically, you know, that was a test case of, oh man, you know, this happened. Phil talked about it publicly, and that was bad.
Phil talked about it. Oh
Didn't
shit.
work out too well. So instead of doing that, have zero liability. And the thing is,
but did anything really come out of it? There wasn't a trending hashtag about it. There was no free DSP or hashtag justice for DSP or whatever. Nothing happened out of it. So what was the penalty again? I don't remember. Maybe something did happen.
Twitch did this with Dr. Disrespect. They found whatever reason.
One streamer.
They got rid of him and they said nothing. Now what's happened since then? Nothing.
Isn't there like a lawsuit
to go stream on YouTube? He's very successful over there.
Whatever.
And people are happy with him being over there. So,
dude, remember when DSP was like saying he should be banned because he filmed the bathroom or something? But okay.
What really happened? Nothing. Twitch has learned that if they say nothing, okay? If they say nothing, they will not get in trouble, and everything just rolls on fine, business as usual.
How does that make any sense?
So why on earth would they change that?
Yeah, no one gets mad when...
Why would they say to anyone...
Yes, because no one gets mad when people get banned for no reason. 0 people. No one. I'm sure Dr. Disrespect fans were, like, not mad about that at all.
Oh, you're out of the partnership program because of this. What's the point? Immediately, the moment they say that, they make themselves... what's the word?
Look bad?
Vulnerable.
Oh, vulnerable.
Right? They make themselves vulnerable. So, hide the vulnerability. Just don't say anything. Cut the tie. Say nothing. Right? Now, I haven't been banned from Twitch yet. I can't imagine why I would be banned from Twitch days later after being cut out of the partnership program. If they were going to ban me, they would have banned me the day that they cut me out of the partnership program. So it's obvious they know I don't violate the terms of service here. I don't do anything wrong. I don't do anything risque. Nothing. Right? So they're going to allow me to continue to stream here, which is great. I want to continue to stream here. I don't want to have to go to another company, start over from scratch, you know. But I hate to say it, this sucks because I'm basically another victim of organized harassment.
Of course, there's organized harassment.
This is the only conclusion I can come to, right? I don't blame Twitch.
This is making me want to play Death Stranding.
Why they cut me out of the partner program when it would just make them vulnerable. But at the same time,
and so they say, Theo, it's a boring game. You're just delivering packages.
I'm the one who suffers.
I'm the
one who. This is my livelihood, and now I don't know if I can do it anymore because this happened, and it very well could be once again a bunch of malicious assholes. Here's the real problem. This just enables more people. It just enables more people to do more trolling shit. Every time that a company gives in,
again. There's been so many people sending reports about all these other streamers. And they're still partnered. Okay.
To this, it just makes people say, oh, look at this.
Look at
we got away with it with this content creator. Maybe we could do it with another content creator. Right? If I just got kicked out of the Twitch partnership program, what's to stop trolls from now saying, oh, look what we did. And then they go and they do it to someone else and someone else and someone else.
They've done this already, though.
When you do this, you open the door to further bad behavior. So that's what I mean. Like, this is the worst outcome because you enable people to do bad things when you react to them. Everyone knows, the best way to deal with internet trolls is to ignore them. That's it.
Okay.
You just ignore them.
This is like something that should be applied to him. He should ignore the trolls. He shouldn't address things that the trolls bring up because it makes him look bad. But instead of him taking that feedback for himself, he uses that feedback to give to other companies. Makes no sense. Like, why doesn't he address the trolls then? Whatever.
Don't give them attention. Don't address things. Just fucking move on with your day and focus on positive shit and let these people who focus on the dumb, negative shit just focus on their own shit. By actually having a response to them, you enable them to do it further. So my feeling, sadly, is
this makes no sense
situation, and
like it really doesn't.
I hate this. I don't want to empower trolls, but I'm not
because
the one who
this was something that was also talked about when he went back to Twitch in 2017. There was a forum even on his own forum saying, "Well, I don't understand it. There's so many other streamers that get false reports and they're still around. So because." the thread was talking about how trolls are wasting their time submitting false reports to Twitch about DSP when because it never works, because like all these other streamers that get all these other partners that also get reports, they don't go anywhere either, so they're wasting their time. It's just a big jerk off thread, to be honest. But like, this is what's so dumb about this. If that's the case, how come no one else has gotten this treatment then? Makes no sense.
The decision. You know what I'm saying? I've done my best over the years to try to directly ignore the nonsense. I don't allow it on my streams. People bring it up, they get banned, they get timed out. We're not going to sit here. We're not going to focus on trollish bullshit. We're going to have fun with games. That's the point of my streams on Twitch. I don't allow that crap, right? But the fact that this happened, and not saying, oh, it happened because of this or this, but because of the way it happened, this is going to create people having bad feelings about streaming on Twitch. This is going to say, well, they can terminate you for anything. Literally, someone could just talk shit about you, right? And you know,
I like how like it would be worse if we knew why, while not knowing why is like better. Wouldn't it be more nerve-wracking to know that you could be banned for no reason? Like, if you could be banned for no reason, I think that would kind of stifle people from streaming, if you think about it. Like, that's honestly kind of, well, to a point, it's kind of like how it is in DSP's chat. You can either chat, but you run the risk of being banned, and then never to be allowed back in. So, it's better to just say nothing in DSP's chat. That's how it works over there.
What I mean, like, this is bad. So, that's my feeling. And by the way, again, I could be completely wrong. And that's okay if I am. You know, this is just my thoughts in my head because, again, if there's no way that there's a 24-hour rule violation, I would have been kicked out of the partner program years ago. I would have been given a warning. Phil, you can't do that. Stop doing it. Okay, I'll stop doing it. And then I would have been fine. Not, you're out of the program immediately. They're so dumb.
They don't give warnings.
Anyone who says, oh, well, Phil, it's because of this, because of that. No, doesn't make
sense. The strikes are the warnings, but there's no...
Twitch, you get a warning.
Whatever.
You get a suspension. You get levels of escalation. You don't just get, you're out of the program 100%. That never happens. There's only extreme cases like Dr. Disrespects. So the fact that I'm an extreme case means there was an extreme circumstance, not some commonplace thing like a 24-hour rule violation or something like that. That's all bullshit.
But it makes more sense to... Okay, whatever. He just wants to be special, I guess. He wants to be like Dr. Disrespect. Guys.
There's something else going on, and we just don't know the situation because Twitch will never say it. But I feel that sadly, this just empowers people to do worse things. It does. It empowers. Well, you know, if I'm the first case of this, what's to stop people from going on and doing it to other people? That's not.
How does he know he's the first?
That's bad. You see, it should never have happened this way. At the very least,
Whatever.
Even if Twitch wanted to get rid of me out of the partner program, give me the escalation steps so at least it shows that they're following their procedure. That makes sense. Not we're skipping all those steps and immediately going to the end game.
And like, why would he be on?
That's a bad precedent.
This whole theory makes no sense. Just ignore all the logicals, dude, and just accept it.
So anyway, that's the deal, guys. I have no information. I'm still awaiting a response, a formal response from Twitch. It's been 4 days since I asked. Okay, 4 days since I fucking asked. And it's been 2 days since they even responded. And when they responded, they literally just said, we need to prove you're the person you're saying you are. Okay? That's it. So I have no info. All I can do is speculate, you know? But the thing is, I'm not someone who's going to sit around and speculate endlessly. We talked about it today on pre-stream. We got it out of the way. Okay? Good. It's out of the way. Now we don't have to talk about it anymore. All right? Until I get any information from Twitch, there's absolutely no reason to speculate. All right? So I'm just going to forewarn all of you. Sitting here on my streams and constantly talking about it, sitting on the stream and speculating with bullshit.
Now it's over.
It's a waste of everyone's time. Okay?
No more speculating. Don't poke holes in it. Don't ask questions.
Don't bother with it. And if you keep doing it and you violate the rules and you annoy people, you're going to get timed out and you're going to get moderated appropriately. Right?
Remember that pre-stream you listened to where he said, guys, okay to ask questions. Ask the right question. Be skeptical. Okay, guys, don't drag on to this. Don't ask questions. I wonder. I thought you support questions, Phil. This sounds like a cult, guys. I don't know, man.
I don't want to hear so-and-so fucking dumb fuck drama content creator on YouTube said this, so it must be true. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
No one has any evidence. I would be the one person to have it, and I don't have it. So shut the fuck up about it and stop wasting everyone's time because I don't want to hear it. I talked about it. I got it out of the way now on today's pre-stream. It's done is done. Move on positively, as I said. That being said, how do we move on positively? We play a lot of freaking games this week. We have fun with streams, and hopefully you guys will support said streams via tipping and pledging on Patreon, and then we can move forward, and I can keep doing what I love. All right? Thing was frozen. Okay. First contribution this morning was from, well, I have to ignore all these resubs. Guys, I'm gonna say something. I know a lot of you think it's funny to click on the resub button. There's no subs right now. When you're doing all these resubs, all you're doing is you're distracting me from the stream because I think that there's a legit thing I need to shout out, and it's not. I would ask, if you have a residual resub message, please just fucking get rid of it. You know?
What if that's what they're doing?
Distracting to me. At this point, I have 4 resub messages from this morning, none of which are legit. So, of course, I'm not going to shout them out. There's no subs. All right? So, please, lay off that. Because now I'm getting, like, a bunch of them a day. Like, Jesus, how many of these were left over? It also makes me think, like, how many people sub and never say anything? And then much later, they clicked on it, right? It's true, because when you think about it, 900 people are subbed, or were subbed, but I wasn't getting 900 pop-ups a month for subbing. So, obviously, there's people who were doing it behind the scenes and never clicking it, right? Being very honest with all of you, and I can say this now because I'm not in the Twitch partnership program anymore.
Oh, boy.
It actually benefits a content creator more when you pledge to their Patreon than when you sub to their channel here on Twitch. When you sub to a channel here on Twitch, Twitch would take a 50% cut. Patreon does not take anywhere near 50%.
Well, there's tiers of sub DSP. What about that?
Man. Actually, I get a way bigger amount of support from your contribution when you pledge to my Patreon than when you're doing stuff here on Twitch. You see?
See that? So then why did you push Twitch stuff then?
Hey,
why did you abandon Patreon?
There you go. I'm not even kidding you. You pledging $4 right now on my Patreon, I get more of that than if you had done a $5 sub here on Twitch. So, put that into perspective. Okay? What's hilarious is that people are saying burning bridges will restore your partnership. Hey, guess what, guys? The partnership's not getting restored.
Well, it's a little different now. I mean, Patreon kind of changed some
think that
stuff.
magically, we made a mistake. We flipped the wrong switch. Oh, your partnership's back on. It's not happening, genius.
It's not happening, genius.
Stop living in a pipe dream in a world of rainbows and unicorns. It's obvious their decision is final. So, I got to move on. I got a business.
You know what's funny? He says this, but at some point, I think either in that whatever. At some point, he said that it would take 6 months for the ability to apply for affiliate or whatever to come back. So he says this, but he's probably honestly gonna wait the 6 months. That's probably what it is. It's either that or he knows it's gonna be 6 months and he didn't tell us or whatever. I think he knows he's gonna be able to become an affiliate or some shit. Like, he's just gonna wait for 6 months and see from there. I wonder, let's say that he does do the 6 month wait and he doesn't get it. Let's say that it is in fact permanent. I guarantee you he's gonna run straight to YouTube when that happens. But if it's gonna say, oh, you can apply for affiliate or whatever, he's gonna stay on Twitch and he'll be a happy pig. Otherwise, if he can't, he's on YouTube. I just watch come November. We'll see what happens. Because I think October's when it lists, so I'm just gonna see November to round up.
I have a, I have to make money to freaking support my family.
Oh yeah, he'd struggle to say
about getting the subs back. They're not coming back. You move on. You don't live in the past, man. All right. Fair enough. Okay. Jimmy Hall to me $1.30 saying, seems to me you don't want to believe you did anything wrong. You rather blame detractors and claim Twitch won't tell you because they look bad. Listen.
Look, I did that.
Wrong. I want to know what it is. Absolutely. If I did something wrong and it resulted in me losing my partnership, I want to know what it is. Absolutely. Because how is it that I did this for 8 years and apparently never did anything wrong, and now all of a sudden I've done something wrong? Because that's the point. If you say, oh, you've been doing something wrong all along, now all of a sudden they've decided to enforce it. No, that's bullshit. That's not how fucking it works. It's not how it works at all. If they did that, then they're in the wrong, not me. I was told by a guy on Twitch.
Oh, now they're in the wrong again.
Years ago, everything I was doing was right. So then how can you penalize for me years later when I was told I was doing everything right? You see? If I did something directly
the dude
wrong,
got laid off,
that
though,
was the reason
Phil.
I was terminated, tell me what it is.
Tell me what it is.
Sorry, I'm going to believe that I didn't do anything wrong because you didn't tell me what I did wrong. It's that simple.
That simple. Alright, everyone, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. This was a long one. Well, not as long as some, but this was pretty good. Pretty good length. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See you when I see ya. Bye-bye.